Hello and welcome back to our Circle Plus. In today's video, I will be introducing my son's BCBA, Miss Chelsey. Miss Chelsey, take it away.
So today I wanted to take a quick moment to kind of share a little bit of the process when I work with my clients. Each of my clients is truly unique, and that's one of the things I love about it. Every day is different. Every day we work on what's most important. So for my buddy CB, we started working on some of the bigger things that were prevalent when I first met him, such as property destruction. When he got flustered about something unexpected happening, no matter if it was small or big, he would hit whatever was closest to him because that's how he knew to express his feelings. And then before I worked with him, he used to walk throughout the house. But through the amazing carryover of the family, which I can't thank them enough, we were able to teach him that his room is a safe place. It's where he can go and have a calm place where he can learn to regulate his emotions. And so he really quickly learned to identify a whole bunch of different emotions that we referenced in our zones of regulation and what were our rest areas, our good to go, our slow it downs, and our stop behaviors. And from there, CB did learn to recognize when he was really escalated and he started to go right to his room. And we've seen an awesome reduction of property destruction. So most of the time now, he won't hit something right away. He vocalizes like, ugh, which who wouldn't? Let's be real. And then he walks away. And most of the time, he'll even say, I need space, or I need a minute, I need a break. Because I did work on teaching him that those words are super powerful. And when you let me know that, I'm going to help you out and I'm going to give you that break. And so now that he's done better, we're working on kind of the next level of what size is that problem and are our reactions appropriate? So some things are small deals. Some things aren't even a problem. Some things are medium problems where we might have to ask someone else for help. And others are big problems that we need to involve quite a few people to solve it. So we've worked on different scenarios that are really salient to CB, from can you go into mom's room? Is it expected or unexpected if you knock and wait for someone to answer the door before entering the room? How do they feel? And is that a problem? No, it's not a problem. And if we run into situations that are, such as maybe not waiting when we're entering a room, so not knocking or just walking in a closed door. So is that a problem? Is that unexpected? Yeah, it's unexpected. Is that a problem? It is. And what size problem is that? Well, it's not a problem. Not a problem. It's not a little problem because we're involving someone else, so it's not something we can necessarily solve ourselves. So I would say that's a medium problem depending on which room we're going into, because the other person's going to have to remind us, hey, please knock and wait for me to say I'm ready when I ask you to when you want to come in. And so that helps them understand, like, okay, if I do this, that's going to involve other people. That's going to be some not so great thoughts. But instead, what can we do that is expected in that situation? So for each unexpected scenario that I proposed to my friend, I also want to propose what the expected scenario would be. And so I did include some clips from our boom cards where we go over, is that expected or unexpected? Is that a problem? And then if it is a problem, what size is it? And if it's not a problem, do we understand that that's not a problem and that we don't need extra help? Because that was a little confusing at first. But my buddy is really having everything click and fall into place. And again, his other care providers are using that language of what zone are you in and what do you need. So we're acknowledging his emotions, letting him identify. And if he misidentifies what zone he's in, a lot of times when we say, are you green zone or are you a little frustrated, maybe yellow zone? And he will typically respond, slow down. And so he knows to relax and take a minute until he's ready to be back in green zone. And he's so good at letting us know that he's ready, and he's so motivated to make people proud. And it just fills my heart every day to see him learning his emotions, learning how to respond to these situations more appropriately, and seeing the magic of that carryover with his other caregivers, his family. So he doesn't just have that once or twice a week with me. He has it every day, and that's where it becomes meaningful. And so when we designed this program, I wanted to also make it easy for other people to carry over. So I did make visuals for CB in his room because he is just such a visual, awesome friend. And I noticed that once he saw things, it clicked and it was set for him. And so we don't have to have him carry those visuals in the community. But if I ask him away from that visual, what zone are you in? He's able to now identify because he has that picture in his head. I'm actually in this yellow zone right now. What do I need to do to get back to green zone? And he has done an amazing job. And so has his caregivers asking him in those unexpected scenarios and also expected scenarios. I know whenever Mom and I check in, we love to talk about a celebration from that week because in the most challenging days, there's always something to celebrate, no matter how small. And on that note, I'm going to wish you all the best. I'm super happy to be involved in this project and available for any questions. So I wanted to take a moment and talk a little bit more about the different colors you hear our buddy mentioning. So CP and I have used the Zones of Regulation by Michelle Garcia Weiner, and we've worked on building his ability to identify his emotions and help regulate them. So our most ideal zone is our green go zone. It means we're good, proud, relaxed, calm, happy, we're ready to go. When we're feeling a little tired or a little sick, we're in our rest area. We're slowing it down. And so we use our tools from our toolbox to help us bring back to green zone. And then when we're a little elevated and we need to slow down, we have our yellow zone. So that might be when we're uncomfortable, confused, nervous, anxious. We're starting to get a little frustrated, but we're not quite ready to stop. So this is where we're going to use our words, ask for breaks to get us again back to our green zone. And then our red zone, this means we need to stop what we're doing. We need to separate ourselves from the space. We are very aggressive, yelling, overwhelmed, but this is also those big happy feelings too. So out of control, elated. That's where we are not really taking in the environment around us, and we still need to bring ourselves down so that other people recognize where we're at. And I'm going to have my buddy come and help out and talk a little bit more about the emotions in a second.
Thank you, CB's crew, for supporting our Circle Plus.